Shabbat Shalom and happy holiday. We're still in the midst of the Sukkot festival, the festival of booths, where we build a booth outdoors and dwell in it for 7 days. My Sukkot message is entitled Fragility and Illness, Humility and Healing. We were treated to a moment of theatricality this past Monday when our president arranged a most dramatic return from the hospital to the White House. Walking up steps he does not habitually take, projecting steely determination as he took off his mask. Like or dislike his politics, he was certainly shaping the narrative with that scripted gesture. I had two secular and then one religious thoughts while watching the news. The first secular thought was a recollection of Chairman Mao of Red China swimming the Yangtze River in 1966 at age 73. He claimed to have swum 15 kilometers in 65 minutes without tiring. The second thought was that the pose our president struck reminded me of a Mount Rushmore expression. Then, while I was reflecting on the uses of symbolism in politics, including the projection of extraordinary virility or strength, I suddenly realized the religious thought, how differently the Bible and the Jewish religion approach the issue of appreciating one's recovery from illness. First, the Bible. In Psalm 30, David, the psalmist, rejoices at his recovery from illness. He does not say that his illness was no big deal. He acknowledges that he took his illness seriously. O Lord my God, the psalm begins, I cried unto you, and you healed me. O Lord, you brought up my soul from the netherworld. You kept me alive, that I should not go down to the grave. Sing praise to the Lord, O you, his godly ones. Give thanks to God's holy name. David confesses that before his illness, he had thought himself invincible, but his illness cured him of that hubris. Now I had said in my security, I shall never be dislodged. In your favor, O Lord, you had established for me a mountain stronghold. But when you hid your face, I was frightened. David confronts his mortality in a most heartfelt manner. Unto you, O Lord, did I call, and unto the Lord I made my supplication. Hear, O Lord, and be gracious to me. Lord, be my helper. Finally, David accepts his healing as an opportunity to acclaim not his own prowess, but rather the goodness of God. You turned for me my mourning into dancing. You loosened my garment of bereavement and clothed me with gladness, so that I might sing to you and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks to you forever. That, my friends, is the true religious response to illness. Our illness should make us humble, and our recovery should make us grateful. After the Bible, the rabbis picked up the theme of how to respond to illness and recovery. They created a benediction. We call it Birkat HaGomel, the benediction of thankfulness. It is to be recited by one who has been seriously ill and who then recovered. And here's the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hagomer l'chayavim tovot shegemalani kol tov. Blessed are you, O Lord, our God, sovereign of the universe, you who deal graciously with the undeserving have shown me kindness. The rabbis inject a note of self-criticism that we moderns don't habitually think of as belonging with the experience of being ill. We don't like to say that people getting sick had it coming, because so often they don't. But we must acknowledge that sometimes people make themselves sick. Poor diet, lack of exercise, pernicious habits such as smoking do have health outcomes. So does courting danger. After all, people wear hazmat suits when removing asbestos shingles for a good reason. The whole question of masks has been politicized for, frankly, bad reasons. But stepping back from the craziness of the American trope of disrespecting the educated, including the medical professionals, the fact remains that risky behavior increases the likelihood of suffering the consequences of our own foolishness. With that in mind, the rabbinic benediction speaks directly to our day. Sometimes we court danger, but we escape with only a mild setback. How should that make us feel? The rabbinic answer is a direct descendant of the prayer in the psalm. Recovery should make us feel grateful, not self-absorbed, and humbly thankful, not arrogantly focused on our own strength. The rabbis are following up not only on the psalm, but on the Bible's message about human accomplishment in general. Moses gives us the great lesson of Jewish history, of God's rescue of our ancestors from Egyptian slavery and guidance of the Israelites across the wilderness. This is chapter 8 of Deuteronomy. The purpose of that history recitation is to keep us humble, verses 12 through 18. Lest when you have eaten and are satisfied and have built nice houses and dwell in them, and when your silver and gold is multiplied, that your heart will grow arrogant, and you forget the Lord, and you say, my power and might have gotten me all this wealth. Rather, you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is God who gives you power to accomplish. Friends, we're in the middle of the Sukkot holiday. This is all about the connection between humility and gratitude. We leave our sturdy homes and spend the week in a flimsy lean-to. Our week's reading is the sober book of Ecclesiastes, Megillat Kohelet, reminding us of the purely ephemeral value of the worldly goods that we can't take with us wherever we're going. If ever there is a time to remember that we are only creatures and not the measure of all things, it is this holiday. I hope and pray that you will be well, and that all in our various circles of shalom will know the blessing of good health. But let us also remember that blessings are ultimately not a testament to any vaunted strength of our own, let alone any pretensions, Chairman Mao-like, to extraordinary power. If and when illness strike, I pray that we will learn the right lessons from it. And if we heal, as I hope we will, I pray that we will not learn the wrong lessons. As we say in the Yiddish language, sei gesund, be well. Yes, be well, in mind and in soul, as well as in body. Amen.